Children and parents, I'm Sebastian, and I just wanted to start by saying thank you for coming here and listening, and I hope your Thanksgiving was terrific this year. I just wanted to start off by talking about where exactly, is God? Where exactly is God in my life, and where is He, or where is He? Where is He? Is He in the clouds? Is He right next to you? I mean, for me, I believe God is in our hearts. So when I pray to God, I always have to remember, prayer is important always, but you're not always gonna get an instant answer like people think it is. So for example, what has God done for me? Before I really found out what God really is, and it just God is something that people don't really talk about that much because like people are taking away like Christmas like instead of saying Merry Christmas or things like that. But it's important that we keep God in our hearts and in our families because God has given us so much good. And people always say God hasn't done anything for me, but you really don't know. Is God guiding me across the street so nothing bad happens, or is God helping me during a test so that we do well, right? You never know where God is giving us gifts and miracles, His graces, right? So God has brought me a ton of peace, and He's helped me see some of the errors of my past. So I've grown from all those things. I go to confession more often. When I was in middle school, I went to Oxygen Night with Shannon Turlick. She's a great lady, by the way. You guys better be excited for middle school because that's one of the best perks about it. And now
elementary school is also very good.
Oh yeah,
Sebastian.
elementary school is amazing. Just saying, it's amazing. Now that I'm in high school, yes, I'm sorry, I'm not a fifth grader. I know, right? Now that I'm in high school, I get to join Life Team. So that is also with Shannon, and we have testimonies and people talk to us about just things that issues in the world and how we as Catholics could pray for them, how we can be stewards to them. And some prayer tips that I've learned over the years is, like I said, you can't always expect a 100% on the dot answer at the moment when you pray. When you pray, you can't. I mean, it's perfectly fine if you say, my God, my King, this, and this, right? But I find that it's more personal if you say, hey God, it's Sebastian. I just wanted to talk to you. I want to say thank you for this. I wanted to ask for your help. I'm very thankful for all the good that you've done for me in my life. And like I said, you're not going to get all the time an answer. You're really going to have to open your ears. Yeah, you can hear me talking right now, but sometimes you just need to let God open your ears, open your eyes to see the bigger picture. Because you know what? It's not magic. It's not magic. I promise you, it's not magic. But when you let God into your heart, it's like your heart is unlocked to all His graces, and He takes all your sins away, and you walk out brand new. You just can't help but smile, right? So I'm just going to transition with that on about prayer. Now that we're in the Christmas season, people always tend to get caught up. Yeah, Christmas equals presents. Christmas equals sending cute little cards to other families. Happy Merry Christmas from the Morales family. And like pajamas. But people seem to forget that Christmas is about Christ's birth, right? And He is the King. His kingdom is eternal. Do you guys know what the word eternal means? Yeah? You guys are pretty smart. Elementary does that to you. And, His birth is very important because He is the King of Kings. He is God, right? He basically is of essence of God. So the fact that He was born in a manger where the animals eat and where the animals sleep, it just proves that Christ, He is the bridge between God and humans because He was 100% God and He was 100% human because He walked the earth. People think that Jesus couldn't sin because He was Jesus, but let me tell you, Jesus had the temptations. When your mom says, don't eat another cookie from the jar, and you feel like, oh, I gotta have another cookie, they were so good, right? Jesus felt that. I'm pretty sure when Mary was baking cookies, and she said, Jesus, no more cookies. I'm pretty sure He wanted to, but He didn't, because he had to hold on to that. He prayed whenever He got temptations. So when you pray, it's just you gotta always remember, Jesus is my only way to get to heaven, right? Because everybody wants to go to heaven, right? It's a magical place. Not magic. wrong word, but it's a beautiful place. So, I mean, Christ's birth is like the biggest deal in our Catholic faith. So, Three Kings Day is also pretty important, right? You guys know the Three Kings? Yeah? So the Three Kings, they saw up in the sky a beautiful, beautiful star. It was a humongous, bright, bright star. And each of those kings said, that is my king, right? And those are kings. Can you imagine that those kings, they said, that is my king. They brought three gifts. They brought frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And they traveled to Jesus, right? And the reason why Three Kings Day is not on Christmas is because it took a couple days. They didn't have a car. They didn't have Uber. They didn't have roller skates. They had to walk, or they took camels, right? So the three kings, they brought Jesus three gifts, right? Like I said already, and we celebrate that. And in Puerto Rico, they celebrate that. Walking down the street, it's a big, big deal. They have people, three kings, people dressed up like three kings walking down the street, just to, symbolize what the three kings went to finally see Jesus, right? And I celebrated myself, so I believe it's like January 8th, Mom, I think?
January 6th.
January 6th, I'm sorry. It's January.
Even Sebastian is learning.
I'm learning still. You see, I might be in 5th grade. On January 6th, thank you, basically what we do is we get a tissue box and we go outside and we collect grass, right? And what we do is we leave a trail of grass through our house so that the camels can follow that trail of grass and leave us three gifts, just like three kings left Jesus three gifts. So I hope that kind of provides a little bit of an introduction, and just like I said, keep the faith, because God is life. So thank you guys.